Now we're talking about problem solving. But let's start looking at how we can define what a problem is. Now you can define a problem in many ways. You can define it this way. You can say a problem is the difference between what is expected and what actually happens. You might have laid out this expectation, but at the end, you're not able to achieve that. So a problem can be defined as the difference between what is expected and what actually happens. Or you can say a problem is when you have obstacles on your way that are stopping you from achieving what you have to achieve. You can define a problem this way. But again, we have two forms of problems. The first one is called a closed problem. Now, a closed problem is whereby something that should not have happened has happened. Maybe we have, electricity going off, equipment malfunctioning, maybe it's a computer or something. We call that a closed problem. We also have an open problem. An open problem now is when you have impediments or what you call obstacles on your way that are stopping you from achieving what you should achieve. That one is referred to as a closed problem. Now let's look at various philosophical views on problems. We have some great thinkers who have spoken about problems before. One such person is Albert Einstein. Some of you may know him. What did he say? Albert Einstein said that if I had 60 minutes to solve a problem, I would spend about 55 minutes thinking about the problem and then 5 minutes thinking about the solution. What it means is that we have to look at our problems a little bit more and look at it from different angles before we think about solutions. You see, most people, when they are confronted with problems, they tend to panic. They tend to think about making hasty decision, which is a problem itself, because normally you're not in the right place emotionally. Now, I always say that do not make a decision when you're not in the right place emotionally. For example, when you're too angry or when you're too excited, never make a decision. I've seen people who have made promises when they were too excited. Promises later on that they could not live up to because they made a decision out of a place of excitement. You see. Steve Maraboli said that now, some problems we do not need solutions for them, but what we simply need is we need maturity to outgrow them. It's like when we were younger, there were things that we used to chase, maybe women and girls and things like that. But as you grow up a little bit more, you find out that those things do not matter. You outgrow them. In a way, you've solved this problem yourself. Now we've got various techniques of problem solving. I shall mention some of them. You can talk about the Delphi technique. I'm going to talk about it. There is also a meta plan. There is also brainstorming. There is also mind mapping. There's what is called the 5 whys technique. There is also another one which is called the Dunker diagram. All those techniques are various techniques that are used in different institutions to solve problems. So let me say it again. A problem is the difference between what happens and what is expected. Or you can say a problem is when you have obstacles on the way that are stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve. I think we've defined a problem at length. Thank you.